So guys, if I will talk about the important things of EIGRP or RIP paint. So can anyone tell me 5 important things about RIP routing protocol? 5 things about RIP routing protocol. Like RIP is an distance vector routing protocol. Am I right?
Yes.
It is an distance vector routing
Yeah.
protocol.
Yes. Did you start recording?
Yes. Then it has two versions. Yes or no?
Yes.
Version 1 and version 2. Version 2. Then we are not using generally version 1. We are using version 2 only. After that, what is the multicast address of RIP version 1, version 2? In RIP version 1, if I will talk about version 1, so update message will be sent on broadcast address on 255.255.255.255. This is broadcast address in RIP version 1. And in RIP version 2,
It will be multicast.
yes. And what is the multicast address?
I think
224.0.0.10. Okay. 224.0.0.10 is the multicast address. After that, we have concept of passive interface. That is also important. Then we have concept of auto summarization. This is also important things. Summarization. After that, okay, these are important thing about replotting protocol that you need to keep in mind. Okay,
yes.
let me talk about the EIGRP here. EIGRP. So now tell me 5 things about EIGRP. It is an advanced distance vector routing protocol. EIGRP is an advanced distance vector routing protocol because it is combination of both distance vector plus link state. So that's why we
Mhm.
are saying it is advanced distance vector routing protocol. Okay. After that, how many types of tables are there?
Through top table,
Yes, 3 types of table:
protocol table,
neighbor table, topology table,
and protocol.
topology table, and routing table.
And
So EIGRP routing protocol maintain 3 types of table. How many types of messages are there in EIGRP?
4.
5. Hello message, then update
Update
message, then query message,
message and
then reply message, and last is
acknowledge.
acknowledgement message. So we have these 5 types of messages in EIGRP. EIGRP send their multicast message on what address? 224.0.0.9. Guys, it is very important multicast address. Okay, so always keep in mind multicast address of all routing protocols. So these are the
Don't
things which
delete.
you need to keep in mind.
Okay, don't delete this one. When you're done, just take a screenshot and send it to us as a file.
Okay, sure.
Thank
After that, what is the concept of EIGRP apart from this? There is concept of again passive interface. Then we have concept of automatic summarization here, auto summary, and manual summary as well, and manual summarization, manually summarization. Then what is concept in EAGRP, guys? Apart from this,
AS number.
yes, ES number. ES number. What is the AS number of EAGRP?
0 to
02255.
yeah.
0 to 255. 1 to 255, not 0. We can configure this autonomous system. Then administrative distance value, AD value. So what is AD value of EAGRP?
90.
90 and 170. Yesterday we had discussed 170 AD value as well. Whenever you will perform redistribution, router
Yes,
will receive any external prefixes with AD value 170. And in RIP AD value is, here what is AD value?
120.
120. Very good. Apart from this, do we have any other concepts?
Yeah, metric.
Metric. So metric over here is,
Depend on the formula.
metric formula is 10 power 7 upon least bandwidth plus total delay upon 10. So actually by default EAGRP using bandwidth plus delay for metric calculation. It uses by default metric plus delay for metric calculation. EAGRP uses bandwidth plus delay for metric calculation. Anything else? Okay, so these are important things about RIP and EIGRP protocol, which we had already discussed. Now, if you need one snapshot of it, let me see here. Here, done.
Yes.
Now, next protocol is OSPF. EIGRP stands for what? May I know EIGRP stands for what? Enhanced Interior Gateway Routing Protocol. So please keep in mind the full form of routing protocol. Like RIP stands for Routing Information Protocol. Routing Information Protocol. And EIGRP stands for Enhanced Interior Gateway Routing Protocol. Okay. And OSPF stands for Open Shortest Path First. OSPF stands for Open Shortest Path First. Guys, open means it is an open standard routing protocol. Means we can configure OSPF on any vendor devices. We can configure it on Cisco devices. We can configure it on, what we can say, Juniper devices, Nokia devices, Huawei devices. On any devices, we can run this routing protocol because it is an open standard routing protocol. Nowadays, EIGRP also open standard, but earlier EIGRP was Cisco proprietary. Earlier we were able to run EIGRP routing protocol only on Cisco devices, but nowadays Cisco declare EIGRP as an open standard. So open standard means now other vendor can also use EIGRP, but OSPF is an open standard routing protocol. OSPF has built for all organizations, so anyone can use this routing protocol in their organization. Done.
Yes.
Okay. Open shortest path first means open means it is an open standard, and shortest path first is your algorithm in RIP. It is an algorithm in OSPF. It uses SPF. In short, what we call it? SPF. SPF. It is an algorithm. SPF is an algorithm that OSPF uses for best path selection. Now, tell me, what is the algorithm EIGRP uses for best path selection? What algorithm EIGRP uses? EIGRP uses dual algorithm, as you all know. Dual algorithm, diffusing, update algorithm. And in dual algorithm, we have four terminology. One is FD, means feasible distance. Second one is RD, means reported distance. Third one is successor. And last one is feasible successor. F. Feasible successor. Getting my point? So EIGRP uses dual algorithm, RIP uses Wellman algorithm, and OSPF uses SPF algorithm for best path selection. Done. Now again, OSPF maintain three types of table, but not topology table. It maintain neighbor table like EIGRP, neighbor table. After that, it maintain database, and routing table. So OSPF also maintain three types of table: neighbor table, database, and routing table. EIGRP maintain three types of table: neighbor table, topology table, and routing table. Instead of topology table, OSPF is going to maintain database. Fine. Yes, is it clear, Wali?
Yes, sir. It's clear.
Okay. After that, OSPF, see, we can compare EIGRP and OSPF also. Like here you can see the it uses these types of table, it uses this type of table. Then in EIGRP, we know there are these types of messages. So in OSPF also we have multiple types of messages. First type of message is hello message. In OSPF also first type of message is hello message. So whenever we will configure OSPF on an interface, first order will send hello message. Hello message. After that we have DBD. DBD, database description. Here I can write database description. I will make you understand. Don't worry what is DBD and how routers are going to exchange DBD. Just I am giving you an overview of OSPF now. We had not discussed these things, I know. Okay. So here we have some types of message in OSPF. First type of message is hello message. Second type of message is DBD message, database description. Then third type of message is LS, link state request. LSR, we can say in short LSR. This is nothing but link state. As you know, OSPF is an link state routing protocol. So link state request. I have forget to mention one important point, that it is an link state routing protocol. After that, third type of message is LSU, link state update. Link state update message. Then link state acknowledgement, LSAC. Now how many types of messages we have in OSPF? We have 5 types of messages: hello, DVD, LSR, LSU, and LSAC. In EAGRP also we have 5 types of messages, but in EAGRP you can see types of messages: hello, update, query, reply, and acknowledgement. In OSPF, hello, DBD, LSR, LSU, and LSAC. Fine. Let me talk about the multicast address of OSPF. So OSPF uses 2 multicast address, not 1. It uses 2 number of multicast address. One is 224.0.0.5 and 224.0.0.6. This is multicast address that OSPF uses. These multicast address is reserved for OSPF multicast. Fine. These 2 multicast addresses reserved for OSPF, and this multicast address 224.0.0.9 is reserved for EAGRP. Okay. And here I can mention one more important point, that it is an link state routing protocol. Link state routing protocol never share their routing information. Like EAGRP protocol share what? Their routing table with their neighbor, but link state routing protocol share the information of link. Wait. Yes, coming. 1 second, guys. Guys, whenever I am saying now that this is important, so you should keep those things in mind, because really that is very important. Those things which I am saying, it is important, that means it is very important. You should keep those things in mind. Like OSPF is a link state routing protocol. It is very important.
You didn't tell us at the beginning, sir. It's too late.
Yes. Actually, I already told you that OSPF is a link state routing protocol when we were discussing the types of routing. Remember, brother, this folder, this file, which I have already shared with you. Inside this file, I have already mentioned these things. Where it is?
Yeah, you share that one. Yeah, I remember.
Yes or no?
No, I'm talking about the importance. You said like when I told you that's important.
No,
you have to-
after finishing the topic, I will tell you. Like I have finished the EAGRP. Now I am telling you what things you need to keep in mind in EAGRP.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, and in this file we have everything mentioned in dynamic routing. Where it is? Dynamic routing, I think this one. Yes. Here we have discussed link properties of link state routing protocol. We already discussed this, and in this I have told you the example of this routing protocol is OSPF. That means whatever properties we had discussed here, right, all properties is applicable for OSPF, because example of link state routing protocol is OSPF. Here also I have mentioned, you can see it maintains 3 types of table: neighbor table, database, and routing table. link state routing protocol maintain 3 types of table. This is not properties of actually OSPF. This is property of link state routing protocol. All the, let's say we have one more link state routing protocol in this universe. So that routing protocol will also maintain 3 types of table, because this is properties of all link state routing protocol. That all link state routing protocol will maintain 3 types of table: neighbor table, database, and routing table. Okay. Okay, so OSPF uses 2 number of multicast address, this one and this one. After that, as you know, OSPF, okay, as you know, OSPF is a link state routing protocol and it maintains database. So we have to focus much on the database of OSPF. But before discussing database, you have to understand what OSPF neighborship, because in EIGRP neighborship is very simple. Let's say I have 2 router here, router 1 and router 2, both are directly connected. If I will configure EIGRP on router number 1 and on router number 2, both will share hello message with each other, and if inside the hello message AS number and K values means parameter will match, then these 2 routers are going to become neighbor. It is so simple. Yes or no? What is happening? Let's say I have one router here. I have one router over, and this router have one interface. Let's say fast Ethernet 0/0 F0/0, and here I am running, let's say, network 12.1.1.1 is the IP address of this interface, right? Now if I will run command here, router, what command I will run? Router EIGRP, and let's say AS number 10, and then network 12.1.1.0. Now router will check that this network is running on which interface. So this network is running on F0/0. This interface is actually joining the multicast group of EIGRP. This interface will join multicast group of EIGRP, that is 224.0.0.9. Done. So if I have one more router here, R2, and here IP address is 12.1.1.2. So on both router I will run this command net router EIGRP 10, because AS number should be same. Router EIGRP 10, and then network 12.1.1.0. Now this router will also, you check that this network is running on which interface. So this network is running on F0/0. So this interface will join the multicast group of EIGRP, and after joining the multicast group, it will start sending hello message. It will send one hello message from this interface, hello message. This is nothing but hello message, and router 2 will also send one hello message. Both router will receive hello message of each other. Both routers are going to match the AS number, which is coming in hello message, and my AS number. Because see, when router 1 will send their hello message, here is router 1 is sending their hello message to router 2. Router 1 will include what AS number inside the hello message. So here AS number will be 10, and router 2 will also include their AS number inside the update message, and metric components also, that what component I am using, bandwidth plus delay to calculate metric, because formula is, in formula we are using bandwidth and delay. So both router will tell to their neighbor I am using what, bandwidth, and in short we tell bandwidth to K1. It will share information about K1 and K3. K3 is nothing but your delay. Both router are going to share K1 and K3. Okay, once router 1 will receive hello message of router 2, first of all it will check AS number. Oh, what AS number is coming inside the hello message is 10, and what is the AS number of what AS number is running on me? So okay, AS number, same AS number is running on me also. That means we can form neighborship. Let me check K values. Okay, he is using K1 and K3. I am also using K1 and K3 value. So we can form neighborship. Getting my point?
Yes.
So it is simple, but in case of OSPF, neighborship is not simple. Understanding OSPF neighborship is really a challenging thing, because in most of the people I see have learned CCNA, CCNP, even is preparing for CCI, that is expert level certification, but he don't know how OSPF neighborship works.
Can you please explain one more time in a short word, neighborship of OSPF?
I will
What
explain.
can?
This is neighborship of EIGRP, not OSPF.
Okay, okay, okay. Got it. Yeah.
Now I am telling you the simple that we have already discussed in EIGRP how routers form neighborship. In
Yes.
OSPF we will discuss. In OSPF actually we have some states. States means we have some step, means we have divide the entire neighborship into some parts. Now why we divide anything? We divide anything to make that thing easy. Here complete neighborship in EIGRP are in single step. Is in single step, but in OSPF we have divided the complete OSPF neighborship process. To make it easy, we have divided the neighborship step into 7 parts. So we had to discuss all states, and you have to understand all states. Okay, don't worry, I will make you understand, and if you will be conscious, then definitely you will get. Don't worry. But EIGRP membership is clear, or if you have any issue in EIGRP membership, let me know.
Okay.
Do you have any problem in EIGRP membership? No?
No.
This is EIGRP neighborship. After that, once these two routers will become neighbor in EIGRP, both routers are going to exchange their routing table. The next step that router 1 is going to do is router 1 is going to send their routing table to router 2, and router 2 will also share their routing table to router 1. This is behavior of EIGRP. It is so simple, very easy.
Yeah, what is K1 and K3? What is that?
K1 is the short form of or short name of bandwidth, and K3 is short name of delay.
Okay.
Like as you know, EIGRP uses two types of metric component, bandwidth and delay. So both routers should use same metric components. Then only it will form neighborship. There is only two requirement in EIGRP to form neighborship. One is ES value, and second thing is K values, means metric components. These two values should be matched. Then only two router will become neighbor. Let's say on router number 2, I am using AS number 20, then router 1 and router 2 cannot form neighborship. Or on router number 2, I am using only K1 value to calculate metric, only bandwidth, I am not using delay. Then also router 1 and router 2 cannot form neighborship with each other.
Got it.
Got it?
Yes.
So after forming neighborship, EIGRP or RIP, these routing protocols which we have discussed, these are nonsense routing protocols. See why? You will understand after learning OSPF why these are nonsense routing protocol. After forming the neighborship, directly routers are going to exchange their routing table with their neighbor, right or not? So let's say router 1 have received one network from their neighbor. It have one network from their neighbor, and that network is, let's say, 10.1.1.0/24. Fine. This is a network which router 1 is receiving, maybe from their neighbor or anywhere, doesn't matter. Let's say router 1 have this network in their routing table. So router 1 will share this network information to R2 also, yes or no? Because
Yes.
router have learned this network from somewhere, and then it will share to their neighbor router 2. But router 2 don't know anything about the actual originator of this network. What router 2 will think that this network is connected to router 1. But guys, in real, maybe this network is not connected to router 1. So you know why it's happening, because router 2 don't have much information about router 1. Here routers are dependent on their neighbor only their neighbor. There is no any visibility of topology. See, all routers are, if I am showing you the yesterday topology which I have assigned you to perform task, this topology, router 1, router 2, router 3 and router 4. This topology you have, yesterday you have performed this lab. Yes or no? EAGRP.
Yes.
So in EAGRP, you had created one loopback on all routers. Let's say here you have created one loopback 1.1.1.1, right? And we were seeing that this router, means router 3, had that prefix in their routing table. Yes or no? We had
Yes.
seen that the loopback which is running on router number 1 was inside the routing table of router 3. Yes or no?
Yes.
So how router 3 have learned? First, router 1 will share this network information 1.1.1.1 to which router? To router 2. Yes or no? Now router 2 will install this network in their routing table, that this network is reachable via router number 1. Okay, so router 2 only know one thing, that this network is reachable via router number 1, but there is one alternate path also. Via router number 3 also it can reach to this network. Yes or no? Am I right?
Yes.
So that means what? Routers are dependent on their neighbor only. Means router 2 does not have the view of entire topology. Router 2 know only one thing, that I have two neighbor, and that is router 1 and router 3. All the prefixes which I am receiving from my neighbor is connected to my neighbor. And after that, router 2 will do what? Router 2 will advertise it to router 3. It will advertise to router 3. Now router 3 will install it via router number 2, via their neighbor. Yes. So router 3 is dependent on their neighbor for this network. Whether whenever this network will goes down, it will ask to their neighbor that do you have any connectivity? Why we have query message here in EAGRP? For this reason only, that whenever a network will goes down, router can ask to their neighbor about the alternate path. Like you guys, you three people are there. Let's say Abdul, Alham, and Suha. Abdul don't know the way of Suha house. Getting my point? Abdul don't know how to reach Suha home. There are multiple paths, and Alham, Rasul, you know the path, all possible paths. Let's say you know 4 paths between Abdul and Suha. There are 4 paths available. Am I right?
Yes.
So only you know that paths. So you can tell to Abdul, you can go like this. First you to go to there, then there, then there, then you can go to Suha house. So there are 4 paths available. Abdul want to reach. Abdul is asking to you, hey, Rasul, please tell me what is the way to go Suha home. Now you will tell to Abdul. Now Abdul will think what? Only you know what is the way to go Suha house. There is no any other possibility. But there are lots of other possibility as well. You can use maybe map. You can ask to Suha, please send me the location. Yes or no? Then also you can get one way. Am I right?
Yes.
So EIGRP or REAP, all distance vector routing protocols don't have knowledge about the entire topology. In these protocols, routers are actually dependent on their neighbor. But OSPF is a fully linked state routing protocol. OSPF is like your Google map. You can reach anywhere by checking their database only. Router where OSPF is running don't need to configure query message, because OSPF router have already knowledge about the entire topology, that how routers are connected and which prefix I am getting from which router. There will be information about originator router in all prefixes, that who is originating this prefix, who is advertising this prefix. And this is the reason which makes OSPF different from the REST routing protocol, and this is the only reason that why we are using OSPF routing protocol nowadays in real time. Fine.
Yes.
So that's why I told you that OSPF maintain database. Inside the database, you will see there will be all information. By checking their database, a router can design entire network. I can show you that also. Yes.
I think your internet has a problem or something like. I don't see your screen.
No, I have. Okay. Now it is
Yeah.
okay.
Yes.
So in OSPF, all routers will have the view of all topology. All routers.
That
Right.
mean router 2 have information about router 4.
Yes, like if you will run EIGRP in this network, okay, R3 will receive 1.1.1, which is running on router number 1, but R3 will never came to know that this network is running on R1. It
Okay.
will always think that this network is available to R2.
Okay, from neighbor.
Like Abdul will think that only you know the way to reach Suha's house.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so that is the reason why we are using the OSPF routing protocol. You will see when we will discuss OSPF, definitely OSPF will take some time to finish the topics, but it is very interesting and very important routing protocol, and very interesting as well. I am telling, if you will understand the things, so these are technical things, definitely very interesting. Okay. So here we have two types of multicast address also. So this is also difference. You will understand the purpose of these two multicast address in OSPF. Fine. But always keep in mind, if anyone will ask you why we come up with OSPF, what is the problem with EIGRP, or what is the problem of with RIP? So always keep in mind the answer. Answer is very simple. EIGRP and RIP routing protocols are dependent on their neighbor, but OSPF routing protocols have the view of entire topology. This is a single line solution. Answer.
That means OSPF is not dependable.
Yes, not dependent on their neighbor. Yes. If neighbor will goes down, it will have information to check that is alternate path available or not. If available, it will automatically choose alternate path. There is no involve of query message. But you know, in case of EIGRP, let's say where this is my topology. So router 1 have receive one network 1.1.0 from router number 2. Who is advertising it? Router 1. Let's say if R2 will goes down, or this link will goes down. Now router 3 have to ask to their neighbor, to ARC4. Please send the alternate path. It will ask to R4, do you have path? That's why we have query message. It will send one query message just to ask, hey, I lost the reachability for the network 1.1.1. Do you have any alternate path? And if router 4 will have, it will share, otherwise it will give negative reply. But in OSPF, we don't have any query message, because R3 will have already information that to reach in 1.1.1. network, I have two available path. One is via router 2, one is via router 4. Okay, via router 2, I am calculating list matrix, so that's why this path should be best path. And okay, I am keeping this path in my database. If this path will goes down, then I will install it automatically by myself. I don't need to ask to my neighbor. Getting my point?
Yes.
So OSPF is good or not, guys, according to you?
Yeah,
Till
you-
now,
yeah,
what do you think? Which routing protocol you will choose if organization will ask to you?
OSPF.
OSPF, very good. But there are some disadvantages as well. What disadvantage? To run OSPF, you need good hardware. Now, good hardware are expensive, yes or no? So, if your company have low budget, then they have to use maybe reporting protocol and EIGRP, and this is the reason why we are still using EIGRP and reporting protocols. So, this question can be also asked by interviewer or anyone. That okay, we have one good routing protocol, that is OSPF, and that can be run, and that is so useful, so important, so interesting. Then why we have EIGRP and RIP? Why we are learning EIGRP and RIP? If we are not using it, we should not learn it. So no, guys, all the protocols, all the things we are still using. Still we are using Windows 10 and Windows 11. Why Windows 10? Some people have not updated. Maybe Windows 11 is not supported in some computers. So to run OSPF routing protocol or good routing protocol, you have to purchase a good hardware as well.
What do you mean by hardware? Router?
Yes, routers, switches, whatever, where you want to configure this routing protocol, only on router. So router should be with good memory. You know why we need NOC engineer or technical support, lots of network engineering organizations? Why we need to manage these things? Because configuration is fine. Engineer have already configured this routing protocol, but managing it is difficult, because sometimes CPU utilization of router is going high, and automatically, let's say OSPF configuration from one router has been removed. Now what you will do? Oh my god, network is down. Yes or no? So you know, every time problem will occur, engineers are required. You should have, you should have learn it, and in the organization you have to be active to troubleshoot every time the network. You have to check that why actually my CPU utilization of device is going high. When it is going high, you have to take care of health of your device, of your routers and switch. As a network engineer, you are responsible to take care of these two devices, routers and switch, maybe firewall also. This is your job responsibility. Because network is so, critical things. Let's say on airport, this is one airport. On airport, you are, you are traveling somewhere, so you are in front of, you are in front of what we say, counter for boarding pass, and let's say server is down. Can you imagine the movement? This is problem of network engineer. Sometimes we see this in a bank, there are long queue. In QA we are, waiting for our number, and manager are saying server is going down, server is not working fine, network is down. And that time the pressure on network engineer, you can't imagine, brother. If you have lack of knowledge, then you can't imagine the pressure. Earlier when I started my career in this domain, I can understand these type of feeling, because I have worked in these type of organizations, and that time I don't have much knowledge of this routing protocol. So whenever network was going down, I was asking to my senior, this, and oh my god, that time handling those pressure was really very difficult. In a bank, there are 100 people waiting for the transaction, and because of network, all staffs in the bank are sitting, are waiting for the network convergence, for the network back, and you are the network engineer. Oh, yes or no? So that's why we are learning everything in detail, so that we can, while troubleshooting, we can troubleshoot. Every time you don't need to configure only, configuration is also required, but troubleshooting is the main part, main funda. If your troubleshooting skill is good, and you are a network admin in an organization, that organization will never pay penalty for the network.
So troubleshoot, you mean like troubleshoot to check connectivity between routers and check
Yes.
protocols like
You
whether
know,
it's running?
sometime as I told you, because automatically your software will goes, removed from your device. So you have to find that on which device there are, oh my god, there are 100 number of routers, 200 of switches. I need to check it. Without knowledge, you cannot manually check. So IP route on all routers, yes or no?
Yes. But the okay, then how to find that problem?
So there is troubleshooting skill. Now you cannot understand. Definitely, first of all, you will check end-to-end connectivity. Then you will check end-to, between any random routers. You will ping that router. That's why you have loopback. We will have one loopback on routers. We will ping that loopback directly. Okay, I am going to ping, let's say, 100 numbers of router. If I am able to ping the last 100 number of router, that means there is connectivity. We don't have problem here between routers. Yes or no?
Yes.
If we don't have connectivity between these routers, that means definitely there is problem. Now it's a big challenge. Getting my point? Don't worry, after learning the concept you can automatically generate troubleshooting skill. Like, let's say you have two routers, you have two routers, and both routers, okay, you have discussed EIGRP, so let me take one troubleshooting example of EIGRP. Here I have router 1 and router 2. Okay, and these two routers are, let's say, connected with two bank or any organization you can also consider. You don't have problem. Okay, let's say these two routers are connected with two bank. Now one, here you have running, you are super admin network engineer there in a company. You have run EIGRPS number 10 on router number 1. You have run EIGRPS number 10 on router number 2 also. Fine. Now one engineer have accessed this router for the activity. Understand the scenario. Last night, one L1 engineer, means fresher engineer, you are super admin, have there on the router for some connectivity, for some monitoring, let's say, or for any purpose. They were on this router. They have accessed this router, and till then there is no connectivity between R1 and R2. There is no connectivity between R1 and R2. Are you getting my scenario, guys?
Yes.
Here IP address is 12.1, here IP address is 12.2. So last night one engineer have do one activity on R2, and till then there is no connectivity between R1 and R2. Now manager called you, hey, come here and see why there is no connectivity between router 1 and router 2. How you will troubleshoot? You tell me.
First, I will check connectivity. Then I will.
First of all, from router number 1, let's say you will ping to router 2, 12.1.1.2. Let's say you are able to ping.
Then I will check loopback.
How do you check the loopback?
Every router has a loopback. We ping loopback.
Okay, okay. Let's say loopback ping is not working.
So then we see configuration.
Which configuration?
Router 1 and then router 2 configuration. We see
What command you will run? So IP route.
I use show IP route, and also I use routing protocol.
So IP protocol.
Yeah.
So
if the
in so IP, yes. Before checking, routing table or these things, as you already know, here we are running EIGRP, and see, this is a real time scenario. By mistake, one engineer have on one router, and I was the super admin there. That engineer by mistake configure EIGRP 20 here instead of EIGRP 10. He have changed the ES number. He have said 20. Oh my god! Now EIGRP neighborship is done. So router have generated the log message, but that engineer have enter multiple times, so that is gone. So we were not able to see the log message. Otherwise, we can directly identify. That was L1 engineer. Let's say they were practicing. So you should check EIGRP neighborship first. That EIGRP neighborship between router 1 and router 2 is working fine or not. So if you will run command so IP EIGRP neighbor, you will say, oh my god, there is no neighborship between router 1 and router 2. There is no neighborship between router 1 and router 2. Now what I need to do? Let me check why there is no neighborship. Let me check AS number on router number 1, because you already know the reason why EIGRP neighborship is down is can be mismatch AS number. Yes or no?
Yeah. How you check AS number?
So you will run command so IP maybe protocol. In this command also you can see AS number. On this router you will see okay, AS number 10 is fine. On router number 2 you will see oh, AS number is 20. Then you will call to that engineer. You will call to your location, right? And then what will happen you already know. Seniors are very dangerous as well.
Yeah.
So they make a problem for the junior as well.
But one day that junior will also become senior, so keep these things also in mind. Yes or no?
Yes, that's correct.
In college also, when I was in first year I was like and when I was in fourth year, then everything was changed between first year and fourth year. In fourth year I was the boss. In first year I was like that. Okay, so this is troubleshooting of like EIGRP, simple topic which you have already learned.
I have a quick question.
Always keep in mind whenever you will troubleshoot EIGRP network first, or OSPF network, or any routing protocol network except RIP, because in RIP we don't have neighbor table. Except routing protocol, in all routing protocol first you should check neighborship. So IP EIGRP neighbor, so IP OSPF neighbor. This is first troubleshooting. Okay, at the end guys, don't worry, I will give you overview of troubleshooting as well.
Thank you.
Any doubt?
No.
No.
Guys, can I take break of 1 minute?
Yeah, you can take
Sure.
10 minutes.
Sure.
Yeah, just time.
Then हम that troubleshooting मुझे पता था कि वो ये class के वो करना पता कि वो.
Troubleshoot. I'm taking that troubleshoot. I'm taking you. لا troubleshoot ده موضوع شبيه عند بتوع خبر دي بعد شيء شبه تاول تشيكي.
مهم هذا شيء بعد فيه.
أوكي.
नन्मे यो इंदवा आईटी कर ला
हाँ.
रेडमन बिल्विन जो रेडमन तमे योड़ा अमेज़न की कार का
हाँ.
और तेरे हमारे द यो आईटी पे से पर मादा द साइड बाय साइड चीज कम सब्जेक्ट बाने डीर जोर वाचो तो जी पो आखलो दोराना पैदा
Which language it is?
especially
Huh?
Afghanistan language.
Afghanistan language.
Today I just told him like today I had a ride. She was from India, and she was IT as well from Amazon. I pick her up from Amazon. I asked her, "What's your advice for me? I'm almost done with IT." She said, like, "To be honest, I don't know. I don't know what subject or what topic is very important for me to learn to get a job." She said, like, "I'm sorry, I don't know what subject. I don't know what are you doing in Amazon." Even though
Oh my God.
Yeah, she didn't know like what she's doing. I told her, okay, that's good. Maybe the supervisor or someone.
One of my friend is also working at Amazon, whose name is Jagdish. He is in Canada. He's in Canada. If you need any help from him, you can let me know. I can, make a contact with you.
Oh, that's nice.
He is also working in Amazon, Canada.
PM.
Yes.
You know what specific IT support technician perform?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, like I received an email from a company that told me like if you want to work as an IT support technician, so we have Spark, and I say yes, but I don't know like what specific job for IT support technician. What are they do?
IT support technician.
Yeah,
I
Okay.
think this is maybe it can
Oh,
be field work.
if
yeah,
you
yeah. It's field work. Yes,
It is field work. In this, what you will do. We have, how internet is working, guys. See, okay, we will start OSPF tomorrow also, no problem.
okay,
See, in that job, what will be your job responsibility? Tower.
yes,
There are towers, right? For wireless connection, yes or no? And wire connection. On every tower, you will see there is one server room.
yes,
There will be one server room. Inside the server room, there are routers and switches and firewall. This is server room of that tower on a particular. I'm talking about a single tower like this. You can see in a single city there are lots of tower. Yes or no?
yes,
So on every tower there is one server room with you know high cooling, very high cooling, and there are inside this server room there are lots of routers, both side, this side also and this side also. Both are routers, switches in the multiple racks. There are some racks as well. In rack there are some switches as well. In the rack there are multiple router switches, and how, if you want to see how, I can show you. Okay, I will show you later it. There will be some switch also. Okay, and this is gate, let's say gate of the server room. So you will enter in the server room and you will see there are devices, lots of devices are there in the rack. There are multiple rack here also, and in all rack there are lots of devices. Okay, and on all devices there will be one node id. There will be one node id. Let's say this is the router whose node id is, let's say, 11101. This is a router whose node id is this one, right? Fine.
yeah,
So on like this, on every devices there will be one node id. Now company will call you, you are the technician there, company will call you, he will give you one location, right? We will have location of this server room, location and address, right? So team will share location and address to you. Fine. And you need to reach that location. After that there will be one guard. You will request for the key of the server room to the guard, and they will ask you for the id card that company will provide you. Fine. I'm giving you the details information of this job role.
okay,
Okay,
yeah,
so you can decide better that you should join it or not. Okay,
hmm,
you will request to guard for key. He will ask for the id card, and maybe he will tell you to talk to your manager or your coordinator, and then he will give you key. You will open the server room, you will enter in the server room, and you will have this node id. Done. So you will find this device in this server room. You will check this router, this router, this router, this router, this router. On all routers there will be node id. You will match this node id. Let's say this node id is of this router. Okay, so you have find your device where you need to perform activity today. You find the device where you need to perform activity today. After that you will open your laptop. You will open your laptop. Inside your bag there will be some toolkit. Inside the toolkit, laptop is important. One LAN cable will be there, one tie care will be there, tie cutter will be there, and one tie will be there. Like this, there will be some few more things. Okay, so these basic things, some OTR will be there, like some cable, optical fiber will be there inside your bag. So from your bag you will open your laptop. After that you will take your Ethernet cable and you will connect your laptop to this device. Then you will call to your coordinator, and you will tell him that I have connected the device to laptop. Please tell me what I need to do next. Now he will tell you to open AnyDesk. He will take access of your laptop and he will do configuration. After that, after configuration, he will tell you to go to leave the site. So you will leave the site. That's it.
So you do configuration or he does configuration?
He does configuration.
Okay.
This
Ilham,
is overall.
I just
Yes.
saw one of my, he's not my friend, but I saw him in one of the gathering. He told me we are 17 people in one company. Everyone has their own job, even though some people they just configure the IP, just assign the IP address. That's it. You don't do
Yes,
anything
yes.
else. That's the good thing in
Exactly.
the company. You can't do anything. You do just specific thing. That's it.
Yeah, just you need to run few command. There are, this is first type of job, okay, which you have asked here. Let me talk about the NOC, Network Operation Center. You can, request for the NOC job also. In NOC, what you will do every day on the time, here your job will be shifted. On shift it will work, maybe your daytime or night time, doesn't matter, but NOC will be 24/7 open. It is 24/7. Guys, networks work mainly did in the night. In the night, when people are sleeping.
Mhm.
So most activity will, done in the night only. So in NOC will work 24/7. In NOC, there are lots of computers and chair. There are lots of computers and chair inside the NOC. All computers are connected through one switch, maybe through multiple switch, and all switch are connected through a single, switch, multi-layer switch or multiple multi-layer switch for redundancy. You will learn these things later. After that, they have router, and these all computers are connected with each other, and they are connected with internet also. Now it have responsibility to keep some company's network every time up. Getting my point? NOC responsibility is, let's say I have one organization XYZ, right? I have some network. I am facing some network issue most of the time. Because of that, I am getting lost. So I can tell to NOC, please take care of my network. For this, I will pay you. Okay, and now NOC engineer, here NOC engineers are sitting. These engineers are working for those customer, network. Let's say from XYZ organization, one customer is saying that his internet is not working fine, or they are not able to access the resources which is located at headquarter, and headquarter is in different country. This type of problem can occur. So here you will be responsible to troubleshoot that network. In this type of job, just you need to run 3 to 4 command only. Your responsibility will be just to check, let's say, OSPF neighborship. So you will run command only IP OSPF neighbor. If OSPF neighborship is up, you will inform to upper layer that OSPF neighborship is up. If OSPF neighborship is down, you will inform to upper level OSPF neighborship is down. Getting my point?
Yeah. So if his we supposed to check like which topology there is running, OSPF or
Where?
EIGRP, right?
No, they are running multiple protocols. Now you are talking about very small organizations
Okay.
where we have only some routers.
Okay.
Okay, there are much routing. Total number of routing protocol, if I will talk, that we are using now, in ISP side. You are talking about the enterprises side now.
Mm-hmm.
Now you are learning the configuration troubleshooting between routers only.
Okay.
So this is enterprises network. In enterprises, we are using this routing protocol. Let's say in my organization, XYZ organization, I'm using some routers. So here I need routing protocol. So maybe I am using OSPF. But on the ISP, routing protocol will be different. BGP is also there. BGP is also one routing protocol, border gateway routing protocol. That is also very important from ISP end. After that, ISIS is also important routing. ISIS is also link state routing protocol. Link state means like OSPF. So if you know OSPF, you know ISIS also. So these two routing protocols we are using, ISIS on ISP side and OSPF on enterprise side. And BGP we are using mostly between ISP and enterprises. To connect ISP and enterprises, we are using BGP. So routing protocols, where you will use which types of routing protocol, that depends on the scenario only. First, understand the connectivity between some routers. We'll understand everything, okay?
Yes.
Don't worry. So both jobs are fine. Here also you can do work. Here company will provide you expense of your traveling also, so you can earn much. Apart from your salary, it will provide you the expenses. It will provide you cab.
Which one is better, this one or the other one?
For the learning purpose, I think you should start from here, and after 6 months you should move here,
Okay.
and then you should go for L2 engineer.
In
After 1 year or 2 year, don't worry, we will in touch,
yeah.
right? I will guide you after 4 year also what you need to do now.
Yeah, thank you.
If you will be on path, then only I can guide you. If you will change your field, I can not help you, na?
Yeah, I know that. Do you know like what kind of question they will ask me if I apply for IT
Here it will ask you
technician?
very basic questions.
Uh-huh.
After finishing the routing and switching module, I will see around 100 or 1000 interview question, 500 interview question, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
500 interview question will which will cover all routing protocols, all basic concepts like IP addressing, OSI model, and whatever things we are discussing basic module, Ethernet networking, those things. And in routing module from RIP, EAGRP, OSPF, and then from the switching. So switching module we had not discussed anything now, so you don't know, but there is also protocols like STP is running in switching network, and STP is most important routing protocol in switching. Like OSPF is important in routing, switching STP is important, very important. We have more protocols like ether channel, HSRP. Lots of protocols are there in switching also. First we will discuss routing, then switching. This protocol is the last protocol of routing. After that we are going to start switching module. In switching module also, first we will understand, like we discuss how routers work, how router build their routing table. First we will understand how switch works, how switch learn their MAC addresses, how switch takes forwarding decision, what's protocols by default running there, what is the behavior of switch, then what protocol we should configure, right, after connecting the switch. Here on router you are running command no shutdown on the interface, but on switch this command is already running on operating system, so you don't need to run this command. So these are some difference as well. So this is my plan is at the end you will be, I think, if you will, go with me and you will perform all the lab and you will read book also to practice and you will perform lab by yourself, then I am damn sure after finishing this session, this complete course,
Mm-hmm.
you will be able to crack job in this both company easily.
Yeah. So 2 days ago, I was applied for IT support technician, and this
Okay.
morning I received email, and they told me for immediate hire. Are you available? I say yes, I'm available. So,
Okay.
so they will. I think they're gonna
Then
schedule.
how you will manage, both now, job and class?
Man, job here. Job is too easy. Like I can. Here now is about like 12:30 p.m. I mean a.m.
Okay.
The job is start from morning till 4 o'clock. From 4 till tomorrow morning, I'm free. Like now, I have full time job. Why do you have full time job? But we manage the class.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
like here, like the job is depend on your wish. You can work at night shift. You can work at day shift. You can work
Yes,
any
yes, yes.
shift.
Job is very easy there.
Yeah, job is very easy, and also like is like they have like three shift. You can choose anyone. Yeah, you know, like
No,
yeah,
sir. We have to finish all important classes with you. If we
yeah,
have a job or not job, only one thing, like if, for example, we can change the time, but we cannot stop it.
yeah,
That's
that's
very
true.
important. If Ilham get a job, does not mean like me and Suha we have to.
Yes, yes.
No, no,
Ilham also want to finish because he has to learn something. Job is not important in the US. You can find a job anytime, anywhere, like in the US. But
Okay.
important thing to learn something. We can, if Ilham have a job, he busy this time, we can change it early.
Yes, guys, yes.
mm,
This is a golden opportunity for you also,
yeah,
right? To
mm,
learn. Because no one can teach you like this. I'm really
that's
telling you very honestly. You can try.
that's
Sir,
true. No,
sir, we
that's
really
true.
appreciate your, like we always talk. I talked to Ilham about you. Thank you for that. Like we say, like
Thank you,
you
thank
are
you.
the best.
You know, before you, we had like two, three other trainer, but Soha and Walik, I found, you know, all I funded, and they called me, "Hey, you cannot go further with him." I said okay. Then, you know, after 1 month, I check your video, your everything. I share your all the video with them, and they say, "Yeah, we can go with this one." So, and our plan is like, especially the me and Wali and Soha, we have planned like to go with you after this class. Like when we finish this one, we're gonna go with you with security as well, network security.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Sure, sure.
Until you say I'm done, I cannot go further with you guys. Then you can stop it. Yeah.
Okay,
And
okay,
trust
great.
me, since last 4 year, you know, we study about protocol, but I don't know how to use protocol, what it is. You know, I know the name of OSPF, BGP, but I don't know how to use, and especially troubleshoot. You know, I said troubleshoot. If you go to computer, there is a troubleshoot command. Use troubleshoot. I said it. This one is troubleshoot. That's it. Then I don't know, like, to believe me, like I don't know like how to do troubleshoot. So I learn a
Yes,
lot.
yes, yes.
You know, now I feel like comfortable on myself. Like, yeah, I can go to job and I can do like kind of.
Great,
But
great.
before, no, trust me, like before, and that's why most of the time Wally told me, hey, we need to stay with PM, and we need to like finish at least security and at least two to three more courses to be comfortable on, or, you know, like, you know, job
Yes, yes,
and to learn something. The important thing, as Wally says, you know, in United States, you can get job easily, but you know the
I
knowledge.
have, when I had talked to you guys, I have also applied for passport.
Mm-hmm.
Now passport process is in, under process. So maybe it will take 1 month or 2 months. After that, I am also thinking to apply there.
Yeah, that will be awesome.
Yes,
PM,
no? Yes.
uh, believe me, I didn't know today. Like we have a class. I thought today is Friday. I was 1 hour away from my home. I was in
Okay.
all the way in the downtown Seattle, like 20 minutes away from downtown Seattle. But I was like I think 50, 55 minutes away from my home. When I know like at 10:30, my wife sent me a message like it's time to class. Where are you? I told him I'm still at work. What day is today? Say Thursday. And then I turn off my apps. I just running. I call Ilham. I'm on my way. I have to go. The time you told me you have like there is noising. I was in my car. I turn on my. I just joined the Zoom meeting. I say like
Okay.
that's important just for me. I left the work. I came for class.
Great, great, great. Don't worry. We are going to learn something really worth.
Think
Yeah,
about.
that's true.
Now I am thinking, not to join job. I am thinking to, open one small institute there for networking classes.
Oh, that will be awesome. Yeah, that will be
How it
awesome.
is? How is my plan, guys?
Yeah, this is
Will
nice.
it work?
Yeah, this is a
Yeah, that's
great
good
plan.
plan.
Good plan.
And
So that's why I have applied for passport.
yeah, and I can do good marketing for you. You know, like you will, trust me, you will see a
Yes,
lot
yes.
of, you know, like student will become.
So, but it is very difficult, right, in starting to arrange everything like classroom, this, blah, blah
Yeah, yeah,
things, internet connectivity. So it will take some time also because I have to prepare myself mentally also. No? Then only I can move.
yeah,
Because here I have one setup also, and I am connected with lots of people here. So directly I cannot move.
yeah. That's true. Yeah.
Hey, Fame, I have one question.
Yes.
What do you think? India have a facility to show us like practical work. For example, if someone wants to go to India for a month, can
Okay.
he learn something like practically work to go to like some company? Is there any company or something available to show you like practical to work or no?
Yes. That is enterprises company, and what we call it here in India is that like do diploma or you know internship.
No, for example, say, I have 1 month.
Internship, let's
No,
say
no.
I have one lab setup right in a big hall. I have lots of, I have same lab like company. Getting my point? Then I will invite people who want to give internship, means take experience on real devices. Please come here, come and join us. So that type of work is yes available, but I am not exactly getting what you want,
I see
what you
like,
are asking.
for example, there is a company,
Hmm.
any IT company to show us like the practical work.
PM.
In a single company it's not possible all the works. Yes.
Like, what do you mean? Like how we do configuration? For example, he need to do that one in real world and in the actual router, for example, or like
Okay.
what lab we perform here and
Huh,
virtually. He just
yes,
want to do
yes,
like
there are lots of,
practically.
yes. I have also available here in physically. I have 10 number of racks where people are practicing only real devices, not virtually.
Yeah.
But that is not possible because you are there, I am in India. So, but people who is living here are visiting my center also.
Or do you have center there, like learning
Yeah,
center or something like that?
yes, yes, yes. Learning center means I have only some racks.
Mm-hmm.
There people can practice.
What's rock mean?
Rack in rack
Yeah.
in rack I have connected some devices.
Oh yeah, yeah.